Hello, I'm Helen Yancy, and I want to get you started painting with the wonderful brushes in Corel Painter 13 using your favorite photograph. And it is so fun to do this. This is one of my favorite photographs, a little Irish cottage I saw in Ireland. I've never done anything with it, and I've always wanted to. So the very first thing I'm going to do is clone my image. I have clone as a button in my custom palette, and now I have an image that is named Untitled, and it is an exact duplicate of my original, and you'll see it's now in the clone source. So I can either use a brush from the cloners category. Here's the cloners category. Here's Bristle Oils Cloner, and that's the one I have chosen. And you'll see when you choose a cloner brush, your color wheel is grayed out because your little rubber stamp here is going to use, you're going to paint with your original image. So I can do that. I can change the size. I can make it as soft or as hard as I want it to be. I can use the edges, which I've already added white to the edges so that I have more room to play. Or I can go with one of my other favorite brushes that I have already put in my custom palette, and I will use Captured Bristle. And I will click now this rubber stamp so that it will be in clone color. And I am using my Irish cottage. Let's see what size my brush is. That's way too small. So I'm going to make it bigger. And now I can literally paint with real brush strokes. Those are too big. And you can see I can do anything I want with my wonderful image. And I can turn it into a painted image. Keep in mind, when you paint, your brushes will diffuse your color, and it will diffuse your edges a whole lot, maybe more than you want it to. And if that's the case, then use real paint, not clone color paint, and exaggerate your color. For instance, I can push my color brighter in my flowers and make it brighter than it was. I can paint with this color and use that brush instead of the brush that I was using if I want to bring color back. See? I can paint with this brush, which has its own color now, and when you see the little eyedropper, I am strictly using my Alt or my Option key to pick up color. I can use a blender then. Let's try this one, Real Tapered Bristle Blender. And I can use that blender, which has color, by the way. This blender does not just blend what's there. It has color of its own. So I can blend, I can move pixels around, I can make it as pretty as I want it to be. And I can make it as sharp or as soft as I want it to be. And you can see there where I picked up color from the background because my edge is too messy. And I can just play with anything I want to play with using either the color with real color or the color with clone color. Now I have clone color. And now it's going to bring back, because this is a blender, it's going to bring back where I might want some of the image to come back because it's cloning exactly from my original image. Now I can take Grainy Blender. This one has got a big long name. It's called Grainy Blender Impasto something. And it is in your blender category. And I love this brush because this will make it truly look like a painting. And I control what I want. Like, I don't need the piece of phone pole or whatever the heck that is. I don't need this. It can be there or it doesn't have to be there. I can use just strokes on that thatched cottage, and I can paint these flowers any way I want to and push the color around and make them lovely and beautiful. I really enjoy this brush, and I think you would too. You can see how you can make your photograph turn into a lovely little painting. You can make a big painting too, and you can use it for greeting cards, you can use it for your friends, you can use it for memory walls where you paint your wonderful memories from the places that you've been. You can paint your children and your grandchildren to surprise people. And this is a wonderful brush to paint with. So you might want to give this one a try. And I just made it smaller so that I can keep a little detail if I want to keep detail. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Remember, the more detail you keep, the more it's going to look like a photograph. So I hope you get started, and I hope you enjoy painting your photographs with the wonderfully delicious brushes in Corel Painter 13.